everybody. I'm here today with another great agent, Oliver. And before I get into anything else, Oliver, if you could just quickly introduce yourself to the people watching.
Sure enough. So my name is Oliver Chapman. I'm a solo agent with Keller Williams Consultants here in Columbus, Ohio. I'm currently in my seventh year of business. I do run a team. So my team's name is the Chapman Group, and it's just really just me and an assistant. But we do have some other support around us through vendors such as Mason.
Great, great. Thank you for sharing that. So before we get into the results that you experienced with us and your experience so far, I just wanted you to give a brief overview to the people watching of some of the challenges that you faced before working with us, and also what you were hoping to get before we actually did uh, start working with one another.
Sure. So our challenges always kind of revolve around lead generation on social media platforms. They are a great cost per lead to get on different social media platforms. But the hard thing is these platforms are changing the rules all the time. It's hard for us in our day-to-day business to keep up with the changes that Facebook, Instagram, and things of those natures change on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis. So we were really looking for a strategic partner just to help take the reins of the technology, so we don't always have to be so up to date because that's what they do best. So we found Mason, and I'm telling you, this was a game changer in our lead generation platform.
I appreciate that. And so, along those lines, talking about those challenges and what your hopes were going into this, what would you say to others about your experience in terms of the quality of our communication, the quality of the service, and what you experienced? What did you like about it?
Well, there's a lot of things I liked about it. First was from a customer service standpoint. So, my experience in the industry, we deal with a lot of different lead generation platforms, and we've had so many problems sometimes when it comes to the relationship that we're dealing with our vendors. They're sometimes very hard to get in touch with. Other times they don't follow up, and other times they're really not accountable for their software working or not. In the social media space that we're in, we were looking for somebody to streamline our leads already into our database. Mason and came up with a very strategic plan to be able to do that. And it's almost just when I say seamless, it's seamless. When he runs a campaign, all of our leads when they come in are dropped right into our database, and I actually get notifications on my phone through other third party apps that he helped set up. And I can tell you, it was absolutely painless. I didn't have to do anything. I just provided Mason with a few bits of information, and we were up and running.
That's great to hear. Now, in terms of lead quality and content, because a lot of the people, I'm sure some of the people watching, have had experience with other lead generation services and knowing that the quality can be of Facebook leads can be low, and really it's a numbers game. In terms of the leads that you were able to get, what type of numbers did you see, and were you able to get any of those people on the phone?
Well, the greatest part about the leads is they're consistent. I mean, consistently on an hourly basis, my phone's coming up with notifications that leads are coming in. So we do have a plan in place to immediately contact those leads. So we have a speed to lead plan that's in place. And with about 80% accuracy, we're able to get someone on the other line, whether through it's a phone call or a text. But we're engaging, nurturing a lot of these leads that are coming through. I really see no difference in the leads that we're already getting on our other platforms where they're pay per click leads. So we're actually already in my first week working with Mason. I've gotten a hold of three people that we're nurturing. We're actually showing houses tomorrow to one of them, and I actually got a phone call back to me from not even reaching out to somebody. They actually looked up the source of who I was and then reached out to find to talk to a realtor. So that was a total different experience than a lot of the other experience that I've had. And these are people who are just in information gathering stage. So it falls back on us to be able to nurture them. But we're having like great conversations already with these leads, and we know that with our follow up plan, and Mason has follow up plans that are supplemented with ours to help make these leads convert.
That's fantastic. I honestly am super happy with the results that we've seen. I mean, in a matter of, I know we had a phone conversation the other day where we were only at like the 3 or 4 day mark and we were already around 40 or 50 leads. And so I was just super happy that we could provide those type of results. And I'm super excited for that going
Yeah.
forward. And that being said, and you're, as much as you have enjoyed the service up to this point, for those of the people watching, that may be considering something like this, either whether that's my service or something similar to it, what would you say to those people?
Well, the greatest thing is the accountability. I've never had a vendor service actually reach out to me almost on a daily basis to make sure the campaigns are working the way that we intended them to work. So that was really refreshing. I think that's the part I liked about it the most is sincerely you want the campaigns to work, and if there's any tweaks that need to be made, they're made instantaneously. So and that's the what I've just never experienced that before. I'm really, really appreciative of the service that you actually care how it's performing and you have that accountability.
I'm glad you feel that way.
Oh, absolutely.
If they want to see
I'm
the
already
same type
telling
of
some
love.
other agent friends of mine
Yeah.
about this service.
If you're currently experiencing the challenges or concerns that this agent used to go through prior to partnering with us, and you want to achieve the same results that they talked about in this video, then feel free to click the link in the description below to find out a little more about our company and to potentially book a call to see if we would be a good fit for one another.